What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NBA Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. These are the last videos you can enter, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on today's videos. Thank you guys for joining me as always. It was another amazing day overall at PrizepicksMadeEasy.com. Overall, the tools were all over the best plays. The top green plays were the best plays to go with. And that's just how it always seems to be. So, yeah, it was another good day. I'm not going to waste too much of y'all's time, though. We're going to run back into the NBA tool, and we're going to get straight into the best plays that we have available to us. So, at the top of the list here, as you can see, Jarrett Allen's fantasy score is the best value when it comes to fantasy scores. So we're going to grab that over 28.5 for Jarrett Allen. Have him projected at 36. That's an 8.42 differential, almost 10-point differential from where we have him and where he's projected on, where he is listed on Prize Picks at 28.5. That fantasy score is just too low in my opinion. I am all over grabbing that, completely on board with that one. So first play, Jarrett Allen over 28.5 fantasy score. Next play that I'm going to go with, as you can see, I'm on the all tab, so all of the best value is right here in front of us. I'll click through the other options in here in a second, but I'm going to just stay on this screen for now. I'm going to rock Jalen Brunson over 22.5 points in this game against Cleveland. Vegas likes the over at minus 135. He's gone over in 6 of the last 9. His closing line, which is before he performs, before the game starts, where the Vegas line ends, has ended higher than 22.5 in 9 of the last 9 games. So that means that this points has been higher than this come lock, which once again it might be. It might jump up to 23 eventually here, so get that in. Projection of 25.11, that's a 2.61 differential between where the Prize Picks prop line is comparative to where we have him projected. If you're using any other site, which eventually I've been talking to the guys about adding tabs for different sites as well, so you can see the site's prop line only. But for now, just compare our projection to whatever the prop line is from wherever you're looking. It's naturally based off Prize Picks, but whatever site you're using, whether it be Underdog, Sleeper, DraftKings Sportsbook, FanDuel Sportsbook, whatever, you can compare it to where the prop line, take their prop line, compare it to the projection to know immediately what you got going on. So that's it, man. Short and sweet, man. I wanted to make this video short and sweet, not waste too much of y'all's time. We're going to go through the rest of the tabs, but once again, Jarrett Allen over 28.5 fantasy score. Jalen Brunson over 22.5 points. Let's go ahead and check it out, what we got on the other new tabs. 3-pointers made. Nothing crazy. Obviously, Curry's projected to go over his 4.5. Still, it's a yellow bet, so if it's yellow, it's kind of just in the middle. It's not as definitive as the green bets are. So I've had a few people ask me questions about that. What does the yellow mean? The yellow just kind of means it's in the middle. You can still make your decision based off of the differential being positive or negative, but if it's in the yellow, it's not as definitive and as good of a play as the ones in the green. We most of the time when you're utilizing the Prize Made Easy or you wanting to pull plays from the Prize Made Easy tool to play and bet on, we suggest that you pull out of the green. Because just more and more data suggests the over in those situations or the under in those situations than in the yellow. It's kind of closer. You know what I mean? There's keys. If it's in the yellow, there's kind of points where it could definitely sway either way. Higher potential than the ones in the green. Obviously, it's sports betting, so anything can always go either way. But as far as the data goes, you've got less chances in the yellow than you do in the green. So I specifically try to stay in greens when I'm making my decisions. Free throws made. We've got a couple popping for the free throws made with Randall, Young, Jokic, Bay, Garland, Mobley, all projected to go over for their free throws. Field goals attempted. I love this one. I've been raking with field goals attempted since we added it to the Prize Made Easy tool. Absolutely raking with it. I played Cam Johnson, paired him with my pairings yesterday. He easily got his over field goals attempted yesterday. That was the top value on the board on the tool as well. So Cam Johnson's over field goals attempted hit for me yesterday. But yeah, man, a lot of cool options, and more's going to be added as the day goes on, and more's going to adjust as information comes out. So make sure you propsmadeeasy.com. Make sure you're refreshing the tool, staying on top of the best plays. And that's about it, man. If you guys see a play jump, like move, so for example, like in baseball, right? A pitcher strikeouts, let's say a pitcher strikeouts differential is a 1.4 or something. And then the reason being is because when it's at the 1.4, the lineup that they're projected against has a higher K, has a solid K percent, and they're in a good opportunity versus the projected starting lineup. Now, if the official lineup drops and it's a bunch of guys with lower K rates and they're coming in and they're going to be a little bit harder to strike out, you could see that differential move. That's obvious. Of course, that can happen. Now, the problem is you don't want to wait too long either because prop lines get moved. Most of the time when it comes to me plays, I come on early on. I prefer to get my plays on early before the bumps happen and go with the data that we have available to us because a lot of times the projected lineup will be damn near like exactly accurate to what it's going to end up being. Sometimes there's one, two, maybe bats that are different on rare occasions, but most times it's, good to go. Same thing with basketball. Most times, like, we have some good information. Like with the Giannis situation yesterday, we were kind of keeping that halfway. We didn't adjust anything until we got official news for him later on in the day, and then we started adjusting the Milwaukee guys. That's how it goes. You're not going to really see these guys like NBA players most of the time unless somebody's ruled out or unless somebody's listed as doubtful. And so a player's popping because his teammate's doubtful and then all of a sudden he's active later on in the day, then that will switch up the differential, obviously. So just be aware of what's questionable and what's going on, just like this note that they left here. If there's players questionable on a team, kind of just wait for that information to come out before you make your choices, especially if it's big news, like a Giannis type news. Just kind of stay back on the Milwaukee players until you get that news and then make that decision. All right? So that's it. All right, so again, we're going Jared Allen over 28.5 fantasy score, Jalen Brunson over 22.5 points. Let's get this money, baby. Let's eat. PropsMadeEasy.com. Easiest decision you can possibly make in the props world. Over 800 and something members already. Love that you guys are loving it. Would definitely love more people to feel comfortable to come into the chat and talk on a regular basis. That's really what we're excited about. We're excited for when people start really feeling comfortable being open in the chat and just constantly just talking, going over ideas and stuff like that. People are a little hesitant to like go in the chat and talk. Yeah, we're still trying to open people up to being in the chat as much as possible, and they do. And I love to see it. People are reacting on other people's posts, talking to them and all that stuff. But it's going to get crazy here eventually when people get even more comfortable and more, comfortable with the other people on the site and, start growing their followers and all that stuff. It'll be a really, really, really awesome thing and an awesome platform to have. So, yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'm out. Peace.